Welcome, baseball fans, to this week's edition of News of the Week. Well, we've had another interesting week. The Cardinals are set to come back to play this coming week after having a hiatus. And interestingly enough, the schedule for them has become quite a story. So we'll get into that in a moment. But before we get into that, because their hiatus was due to the COVID, the latest test results on Friday the 14th indicated 12,300 samples were taken across Major League Baseball, staff and players alike, and the results have come back. Only 4 positives at this point in time as of the 14th of August. That's wonderful news for baseball as a whole, horrible news for the St. Louis Cardinals suffering from all those lost games in the sense that now they're going to have to make every single one of them up. And if you look at the standings, you got the Cubs 12-3 or something like that, and right below them, St. Louis at 2-3. They've played the fewest games in all of Major League Baseball. That's going to be rough to get that caught up. But on a positive note, the fact that we are down to only 4 positives across Major League Baseball is a beautiful thing. And I commend the league, the players, the staff, and everybody for fixing the issues they had when in the second week of the season, when you had a whole bunch of infections popping up everywhere between St. Louis, between Philadelphia, between the Miami Marlins, all over the place, where it essentially came down to the fact that people were not strictly adhering to the protocols, and that has been addressed by in the Marlins by Derek Jeter. And other clubs are taking this much more seriously, and across the league they are taking this seriously because they want players to be healthy, they want families to be healthy, they want staff to be healthy, they want everyone to be healthy, they want to be able to play out the season. And the protocols are proving that when they follow them to the letter, they are working, which is a beautiful thing. It allows you to enjoy a game in safety. Wonderful. So kudos to the league for getting their act together and getting this under control. 4 positives, all from St. Louis, 2 players, 2 staff, is a very manageable level from a league standpoint and even from a team standpoint, because you can send those 4 off into quarantine, get them clean. We've already had several players throughout the season go out on COVID protocol, come back later. Even there's some that are even still waiting to come back. I believe a couple of examples. DJ LeMahieu went on COVID before the season began. It took him 11 tests to get 2 consecutive negatives. Rose Chapman is preparing to come back as well, and then there are a number of others who are coming back after test results. So it's working. Congratulations! It's a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Where this is going to suck is St. Louis Cardinals have been given a modified schedule. Now, granted, double headers for this shortened season, instead of playing 9 games, they're going to be 7-inning regular games, which also includes the fact that you're still going to have to deal with overtime. So if you're tied 3-3 after 7, sure, the 8th inning is now considered extra innings, but you still have to play them. You have a winner, and yes, you're going to start players on base, but you're still playing longer. And when you have 11 double headers in 2 months, that is a heavy schedule no matter who you are, okay? It's proposed they're going to play 21 games in August and 32 in September. That is going to be a daunting task on the players and managers. Plus, in the course of making up all those games, if they actually manage to make the playoffs, now you're tacking on playoff games on top of a grueling schedule. It's something that I pity them, honestly. That's going to be rough. It is. But Godspeed to them. In other news related to St. Louis, they were originally replacing the Yankees for the Iowa Field of Dreams game against Chicago White Sox this year, but out of consideration for their infections, for their modified schedule, and of abundance of caution around the league has decided, and this is before the whole reschedule of the doubleheaders and everything, the league decided out of abundance of caution while they're still trying to figure out what to do with St. Louis, to just simply outright reschedule that till next year, and potentially we have a vaccine by then, and we can play a normal season and enjoy a field of dreams. But you don't want to put people in unnecessary risks, especially considering the events of trying to contain everything in established venues as it is. So, kind of sucks. I would have enjoyed watching that game, but it is what it is. So, gotta put the safety of everybody involved first. I totally get it. In other baseball but non-baseball related news, Amazon has ordered a full TV series of a League of Their Own reboot, where taking on a movie that was made 20, 30 years ago with Gia Davis and Tom Hanks, this series is going to delve deeper into the backstories and the storylines of the individual players, instead of being focused on just Donnie Henson and the Peaches and that season. This is going to take a series of players from that period and dive deeper into their individual storylines and provide some backstory for them. As a baseball lover of both the game and the movies, I'm looking forward to the series. It sounds like it's going to be interesting. Other news. I found this very interesting. All the talk we've heard over the past year about sign stealing and the Houston Astros, Greinke was not trying to make a statement, but I still found it hilarious how he still kind of did. On Wednesday, August 12th, Zach Greinke and the Houston Astros were playing the San Francisco Giants, and Zach Greinke, in an empty stadium where you could hear things way too easily, was caught out loud giving his pitches, telling people what he was going to throw. And yet, despite the batter most likely have hearing this and knowing what's coming, he still got outs. It goes to show that, yes, tipping pitches is definitely a serious advantage to the hitter in most cases. There are a select few of pitchers out there that are just so good at their craft that even when you know the pitch is coming, you still can't hit it. I've watched some pitchers come into games time after time in which, even if the batter didn't know, the pitch was so nasty in the replay of the pitch. It's just like, wow, that's an incredible way of being able to manipulate the speed, the velocity, the movement, everything. And it can make even the best hitters look foolish. In this case, and also, prime example of tipping pitches, Mariano Rivera, Hall of Fame closer, had one pitch, a cut fastball. He was just so phenomenal at location, at deception, at his craft, that you knew he only had one pitch. You knew what pitch was coming, and you still couldn't hit it in most cases. Zach Greinke proved in this game that even if you know what's coming, good luck to ya. And that is the quality of a pitcher that I greatly admire and have tremendous respect for, because they're not worried about whether you know the pitch or not. Does it make it more difficult on them? Potentially. But in this case, granted, this was San Francisco, this wasn't LA, this wasn't New York, this wasn't Chicago, this wasn't a top tier team, but this is still a major league team. They are still winning games against other major league teams. Not as many as others, but that's beside the point. Either way, they players may have heard what Greinke was shouting out and were still unable to hit him, and they still lost the game 5-1. So in that regard, kudos to Zach Greinke. Wonderful job. I don't recommend you make a habit of that, but in the effort of efficiency and just trying to win the game, I give you all the props in the world for pulling it off. Congratulations. And to wrap up this week's News of the Week, the Toronto Blue Jays have a temporary home in Buffalo this season for the shortened season because Canada won't let them in because of all the infections. And in their first 2 home games in this minor league venue, it has been a home run derby. There have been 11 home runs in 2 games. It definitely shows you the difference between a major league and a minor league venue. Granted, they had to go through great lengths just to outfit the stadium to meet the specifications of the major league protocol, which shows you how much is put into minor league stadiums in the first place in terms of their construction, their investment, their quality, and their outfit. Given that, even with those renovations, the stadium is still a minor league club, belongs to a minor league club, and still is prone to a lot of home runs. Now, granted, you could make the argument, is it because of the pitchers or is it because of the venue? I would argue, combination of both. Let me know what you think about all these stories. Are there any that I didn't highlight today? Let me know in the comment section below. Are there any you want to hear about my thoughts on for next week's video? What do you think of the St. Louis situation, the Greinke situation, the Buffalo home stadium, League of Their Own, everything? Let me know what you think about all the news going around the league this week in the comment section below. I look forward to hearing all your thoughts and engaging in some friendly sports banter with you. If you just happen to be coming across this video on YouTube, please hit like and subscribe. It greatly helps the channel. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a great week. Talk to you soon.